Happy Lionsgate! Woo! A lot of energy. There's a lot of processing. What's up, ladies and gentlemen across planet Earth? Namaste and la catch. Just hanging in there? Goodness gracious, man. I feel like I'm a man out of time. I feel like this whole past week and a half has just been like waiting for something. I wonder what it is. You guys having fun? Hope you guys are hanging in there during this beautiful Lionsgate. What's up? What's up? I have high-level intel for you. I've been negotiating terms. I've been hacking this artificial BS that is being propagated. I'm epigenetically hacking my cells to absorb and transmute everything that's bumping into my energetic field right now, which, you know, I don't know if I signed up for that or that was just part of the job. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that, you know. You have superior antibodies. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, why again do I have to do this? I live in the mountains. It's for all of your family you will touch. All right. Beat both of those things that came out, chewed it up, took me 5 days, chewed it up, spit it out, goodbye. Common cold, crush it. What else? I broke down the nerd AI Doug program that's attached to it. I found out how it affects your bioelectric field. I found out that the transceiver function of the 427 to 800 hertz, based upon what you took or put in your arm or walking around with. Found the little nerd AI program attached to it. Smoked that thing. What else? Protecting Sedona. That's interesting. For all my fellow light warriors and light guardians, a lot of new people in town that, you know, some people are just having their own intuition showing up. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm one of the guardians here. My name is Rion. Absolute pleasure meeting you. If you don't know who those group of beings that are flying by at Mach 1000 when you're sleeping, I am one of those. What else? Energy's like a hurricane. I got 4 more days until my power is completely restored to me. The Lionsgate thing, let's talk about this for a second. A lot of us who are very, very powerful and strong, they can't stop us energetically. I am like a juggernaut. I am a one-man machine over here. We have all new powerful light tools for you guys. We'll share later. Some new things for you guys that do readings, tarot reading, oracle readings. I have awesome things to help you and assist with that. But let's get down to it. So, while I have the energy. All right, so this is what's going on. The collective consciousness is shifting. We all know this, right? So those of us that have activated our dormant DNA, remember about 6 months ago, we were all just kind of sitting here like all of the guys that were ahead of the curve, all these awesome light workers, ladies and gentlemen out there that have been like, yeah, we get it, we're light beings, let's go. 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, here we go. What they're doing is during this Lionsgate, if you are forced to take a nap, to rest, they're removing all of the fear programming from your cells. So I had to literally watch my past one more time in dream time. These guys are running out of material for me. I'm so not impressed. But this is what's going on. For all of you guys that have your 4Ds in Ascension School, for all you guys that actually understand that Ascension is a reaction, to understand there are many different layers of this multiverse in which we are all transversing through. Well, some of us who have been ahead of the curve for about a decade, what's happening is that you're having to relive and rewatch through your epigenetics of your cell memory what the suit experienced, say when you were 19, 20, 21, 22, in high school, whatever. Here's why. They had me time skip back into my past and help people that I knew when I was younger, when the 4D wasn't behind the wheel. So I'm watching all of this stuff when, you know, party like a rock star in my early 20s. But all of these people I haven't thought of in 15 or 20 years, you know, whatever, 15 years. They're showing up in dream time and I'm helping them. I'm saving them, I'm grabbing them. They're using the time marker of when the cells in your body actually touched. You now as a light being are jumping back through time and saving those beings or assisting your friends and family from that timescape because, you know, that's kind of what we do. We're lions out there. So I helped at least 15 or 20 people I haven't thought of in at least 15 years. I hope they're doing well. It's funny to think that we are the actual angels in flesh suits, that you don't actually realize that until you awaken, you know. You are your future self jacking back into the past to assist your friends and family who may have gone through pain, suffering, and turmoil with you. Imagine being so strong, you guys out there, as you clean your cells, you're actually cleaning every single interaction you've ever had since you opened your eyes in this place. Yeah, they don't write this in books, okay? Depending how big your energy field is and what you guys are into, that's kind of what's going on. I understand there's a lot of turmoil and stuff going on around the planet. I hold love and light in my heart for everyone. The speed in which the collective conscious is about to pick up, this is the calm before the storm, okay? The last week and a half, I'm sitting there in Groundhog Day just going, so what do you want me to do with this? For all of us high-level angelics and starseeds that are watching the game play out like a SimCity program, pay attention. The main thing with you guys activating your dormant DNA and clearing your soul streams, which is what this Lionsgate portal is really about, the power coming back to you is going to be threefold once you go through this. So if you're sick, you got the sniffles, this sucks. Listen to me, I just went through this. They got to clean all the fear out of your cells. You can't propagate a high-powered amplifier into the future of mankind and womankind. A woman, amen, all right? If you got fear stored in your cells that through epigenetics you have not had even taken a look at in 15, 20, 30 years. What happens when you turn on an amplifier in a field? Okay, they don't want any of us high-level beings misfiring. Okay, so it sucks. Yes, it's Groundhog Day. I love you. What's the bright light? I'm telling you, the moments when I was bursting through my energetic field, it felt like there was at least 20 beings trying to hold me down while I was like in stasis, right? And they said, you have to get this out. It's almost like being forced. I don't know. No one likes being sick. I don't know. It's like you're forced to like process something that's not, you know, it's not yours. And the only true thing I can tell you about the reflection is this. We are here to help the entire planet. We are here to help the elder beings that sit on the other side of the barrier wall as their fractals figure stuff out. We're here for the entire universe, this sector, and this galaxy to get their P's and Q's together and to balance a ship. We're on a ship. The ship is called Planet Earth. They tell us that when we chose to come down here and interact as these little fractals, that it would be trying at times. I'm here to tell you we have weathered this storm. I'm here to tell you the storm's about to break. Okay? For some of us who have been doing this for a very, very long time, I tip my hat off to you. What I can say is that your soul and your spirit is strong enough to transmute anything they throw at you, number one. Number two, once we find out the base materials and ways to actually clear, not only the blood of a human being, but some of this weird stuff that's going on, understand that your genome is far older than any man-made thing they could ever create. Pay attention to this. Now, everything is choice. I understand that even me speaking about some of these subjects touches many in many different ways in the sense of the emotional. We have friends and family, co-workers, those that are programmed, those that are unconscious, those that are conscious. We have those in this collective consciousness that feel that following a narrative is in everyone's best interest. We have those that are unconscious puppets being paid to troll other light workers and light warriors. Let me express something to you. Nothing is hidden in this game. Nothing. There's not one thought, one breath that you've ever had in this incarnation or it wasn't monitored and tallied. I can express this to you as one of the doormen upstairs and downstairs, that some of these beings that are playing with some of these polarities eventually are going to have to pay the piper. I'm here to tell you because I've paid the piper many times in many past lives. There's no running from it. Your soul, your conscious, your heart will always dictate the best life path for you and what you need to learn and experience in any given incarnation. Cool. As I phase back into reality, hey! I just wanted to talk at you for a second, you know what I what I mean? Hey, you hanging in there? I had some great news, and one of my friends and family shared this with me. So, I don't want to blow the person up, but this is what it was about. She tells me, hey, remember when you said that we're running a marathon? And like we're almost crossing the finish line, and once you cross the finish line, you help your friends and family? And I was like, yeah. Mind you, I'd been like, you know, like lethargic, like, oh God, let's make it stop, you know? And then she tells me, like 2 days ago, she goes, hey, we crossed the finish line. How do you feel? And I'm sitting there going, is that what this feels like? Like I've been running a marathon. She goes, remember, when you have no energy left, when you're totally out of gas, that's when you actually cross the marathon, cross the finish line. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, have we actually crossed that finish line? You know? A lot of the dialogue I'm having right now, you guys, is for timelines for future generations and for future humanity. What's being negotiated, how us as hybrids are going to be blended in the future. You know, we're just wearing these little membrane suits. You know, it's cute. What I can tell you, the speed of what I got to operate at, I was self-reflecting on. And let me share what it feels like for you guys maybe just waking up and you're like, what is ascension? What is this? What is he talking about processing? What is this? Check this out. I was in the gym yesterday and I was on the elliptical machine. And in a 25-minute period, I morphed between 15 of my different higher selves, energetically wore each of their faces, jumped around the planet about 25 times, then breached about 4 or 5 levels, and then marinated. And, you know, my main manifestation when I'm working out is a golden hurricane. I like to spin hurricanes of golden light through towns, especially through Sedona. I like to pick everything up of lower frequency and slam it against a wall and pin it there like an unstoppable force which goes through all dimensions. When I run out of gas, I then think of thunderstorms on Jupiter, where one lightning bolt is the size of this planet. I then like to transmute every single thing in my space. And I like to hit it with 200-mile-an-hour winds and just explode so much light through any character in this game that their true soul spark shines. So as I was doing this yesterday, and I exploded probably about a week and a half of stored up chi in my stomach, because like I said, for all of us who are really powerful that are basically X-Men baking organite cupcakes in their off time, which is what I'm doing 24 hours a day pretending, I realized that in that 125-minute period of time, I processed probably 5 or 6 years worth of content or processing power than the first 15, 20 years of my entire incarnation on this planet. And I began to understand that time is simply an illusion. I can process 5 years of consciousness and energy in 25 minutes. Of how my younger suit, my younger consciousness used to perceive reality and what we used to think when we were little kids growing up with MTV and how we thought the world worked. I'm morphing in between 15 different multidimensional versions, popping and locking, winking at other upper dimensional beings as I shimmy shanga, moonwalk, and then land in the lower dimensions while I'm attached to this suit. So I'm here to express to you in the most, Nietzsche way I possibly can, is that you guys are so powerful that when you get through this processing, your reward is that speed increase. I'm telling you right now, 30% speed increase is coming your way. If you guys don't feel good, understand through your own epigenetics, which is you controlling your own genome and your own cells, clear all that does not serve me. Clear all of these babysitters and little nerd AI programs. Clear all of these species that have been staring at clipboards for 15,000 years and are still trying to figure it out, okay? We are old, ancient spirits which walk the earth. Whenever I get to morph into that, my true form, all of this seems like I'm in kindergarten. the entire platform, the entire story, the entire past 100, 200,000 years on this planet seems like some sort of a comic book we read on the way to podunk galaxies. You know, I feel like I'm in my starship, like reading a comic book from 200,000 years ago, like, what kind of species do they have in this quadrant? Well, you know, they've been crossbreeding down there for quite some time. There's a lot of polarities bouncing into each other. We're going to see how we're going to fix this timeline. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gone. This whole thing, okay? Why? We have to be gone to fix this. We have to be gone to fix a 1,000-year time loop. Okay, this is for the adults. What are we doing here right now? We got a 1,000-year time loop going on. So, why did we jump back in time to be here right now? Especially in this Lionsgate. Let's just blow through all the BS and go, why did you choose to come here as a powerful soul? Well, this time we're living through right now has huge implications in the future. If humanity actually comes together as one, we create that class 1 civilization that everyone's jelly donut over in the whole universe, mind you. Our sarcasm and comedy just goes on for eons of time, just let you know. It's fixing a 1,000-year time loop. We're all going around like this in a donut. The center of this donut doesn't spin as fast as the walls. We call this real time. We call this Earth time. Okay? For every 3 days, you know, Earth rotates like, I don't know, 30 seconds. We're not in real time. So what I'm trying to express to you as we jump back through time to fix a 1,000-year time loop, how we treat each other right now, how we come together, how we overcome. The entire universe is watching us right now fix this timeline that they thought was impossible. This was the straw that broke the camel's back right now, and we're living through it. So I'm here to tell you, if you're here right now staring at my face, you might have sniffles laying on your back. Let me express something from your brother. You're some of the strongest beings in this whole universe. We got a bunch of caretaker babysitters staring at us, you know, hoping, right, for the best. I'm here to express to you, you are the strongest. I'm telling you snapshots. They're starting to show me who we really are. It's so different from what we've been told down here. The whole draconian story, the dragon story, the reptilian story, the giant story. You guys, stories, storybooks. When cosmic beings show up to fix something, things get fixed, okay? Let me explain again what I mean by the power of who you really are. And I'm gonna tell you a secret your higher selves use. When I first woke up and I had handcuffs on my back 2 sets of energy arms. Hi, my 3D hands, I could see with my third eye. And your physical eyeballs. I could see, in 2009, my energy hands. My first set of energy hands, my 5D hands, yay. They're a little bigger, I was really excited. 2009, 2010, 2011, I started noticing that when I'd move my energy, I started to feel this huge sway behind me, almost like I was ice skating. And one time I looked behind me and I saw my hands handcuffed. Okay? Not just one set of hands, 2 or 3 sets of handcuffs on my string. I said to myself, yo, highest, I've noticed that my energy arms are handcuffed back here. Can you help me out with that? Mind you, this is before I knew about the Seraphim. This is before I knew anything. I'm just a little, you know, it's 2012. I'm making moves. I'm going around the planet. I know how to open a portal, close a portal. You know, I'm getting in little energetic fist fights with little jackass demons, you know. Just growing up like a little boy. Like a little young buck up in the spiritual world, right? Well, as I got older, and especially after we fixed a time loop variant in Alaska. One of the largest pyramids on Earth is in Alaska. We fixed this time loop, and and at the end when I got home, they unhooked my arms. So I'm sitting there looking at my arms, you know, I'm like rubbing where, you know, I was bound, literally an angel bound, you know, an earthbound angel. Okay, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, what do you want me to do now? And they go, every single time you're upgraded, every single time you're going to be watched like a hawk. Okay. Express this to you guys because with that great power comes responsibility. with you stepping into your power and say waking up and now no longer being a part of the matrix, understand that your choice point in how you carry yourself, your integrity, every single syllable, every noun that comes out of my mouth is monitored 24/7, 365. Even when I share with my family, the intent of what I share in my truth to free my family from these confines is why we do what we do. The love for to this planet is the reason we do what we do. It's that simple. So what I'm trying to express in your energetic awakening, there are many levels. What I'm trying to express to you, again, which is a cool thing I wanted to show you. In the beginning, I had to visualize, to be honest with you, when I was fighting demons, I would visualize dinosaurs chomping on things. That was like level 1 for me. I'm gonna explain. People think that consciousness, people talk about energy and consciousness, and they have these concepts. Let me explain. The stronger your visual is behind whatever energy or manifestation you project into the field is the strength of the manifestation. So when I was a little baby consciousness, up and coming in 2012, learning these things from my higher selves, cleaning up old battlefields, my first thing I would used to do is I would just imagine Tyrannosaurus Rexes. I just, in the ether, huge Tyrannosaurus Rexes coming in and just smashing on demons. Just manja, chewing them like they're Jurassic Park. Okay. Now, as I got more aware, what I finally caught was, 2013, 14, not even like 12. I realized it was one of my higher self's hands. That I would think about something and his fingers would morph into whatever I thought. Okay, so imagine a big 300-foot being standing behind you. I don't want to break your whole belief system right now, but once I show you this is actually how it's done, son. Okay, so you got these big cosmic beings, higher selves behind you. You're like, I want to get them with this. What you don't see is one of their hands coming down into this reality and morphing into whatever you are visually perceiving or what you want it to be. So I thought that might be funny for some of you guys that do that stuff, that actually understand it's actually one of your higher selves hands. Hence why I told you how long it took for me to get my handcuffs off on my own energy body. They don't like, goodness gracious, to be who you really are. To be that angelic, to be that star seed, or not even a star seed, to be that star tree. At this point, the seeds are grown, baby. To be who you really are. We limit ourselves so that we have the full experience of what this place has to offer, okay? What I'm trying to express to you is that as you get older and the older versions of you start to interact with this version, be calm, stay grounded, go to the gym, go steam, go put your feet in a spring, a creek, or a river. Relax, hug a tree. Why? There is nothing on the surface of this world that is created to support the true multidimensional version of you interacting in the physical plane of existence. So what does that mean? Your mommy, your daddy, your friends, your family, your government, the highest level of nerds on this planet can't even touch 1% of what the multidimensional nature of the universe is. And even the Majestic 12, which were a bunch of 50-year-old nerds sitting in a circle, still cannot quantum process what it means to broadcast 6 or 7 dimensions simultaneously, morph in between 6 or 7 higher selves, which all speak different dialects, all have different facial characters. Eyes are different colors, facial expressions are different, telepathic abilities are different. If you want to try this, imagine you're going to drink tea in 5 dimensions at the same time. When you're in meditation, imagine this is you in 3D. All right, here's 3D. Here's my cup of tea, or my cup of Joe. Oh, my morning coffee out there. But try this out. Visualize You drinking a cup of coffee in 3D. Close your eyes. Imagine your 4D swings over, is sitting about 5-10 feet above your head in a chair. They're taking a sip of coffee. Imagine your 5D swings over from the left-hand side. They take a sip of coffee. Imagine your 6D swings over. They sit down. They take a sip of coffee. 7D switches over, sits down, has a sip of coffee. Let's stop right there. You've already blown the brain, to actually understand what I speak is 100,000% truth, to actually conceive that this is not a story, to hold just taking a sip of tea in 4 or 5 dimensions at the same time and go, this is good, this is good, this is good, I love this, this is good. Just to be able to do that is beyond even the level of consciousness they've been propagating for 15,000 years down here. The Egyptians knew how to walk through a gate. The Egyptians knew how to eat a gold wafer and walk right through the door into the next dimension, which all it is this is what you look like vibrating at this speed in the physical. You kick it up one floor, you pop a gold wafer, you start oscillating into the 4th density, and boom, you're out of this dimension, you're into the next one. Dimension, density are different. Okay? I don't know. All I know is I like hanging out here with you guys. Trusting yourself, not really caring what anyone else says about you is very important. Here's why. You guys, I'm starting to see things that, it's almost like I'm getting really, 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 really old in here. I'm starting to feel like I'm wearing this thing and my soul stream, which is touching the back of my eyeballs, like in my nerves. I feel like I'm on the other side of an energetic waterfall, and I'm seeing thousands of years go by. And then I'm sitting here in this suit talking in English in my backyard in Sedona, and all this like weird little kid teenager ground weirdness is going on by a bunch of people with different motivations, when the truth is that love spark, that piece of creator that we have inside of our chest. Your soul spark is one of the most beautiful, powerful, impressive things I can ever express to you. And that's why so many nerd species have tried to replicate and have failed miserably every single time to replicate what you are. They try to harness our energy. They try to recreate and clone our energy. That original soul spark that comes from our creator, the original creator of our souls, not our species, our souls. It's something you can't put into words. You see all species from that point of view. I mean, species that were born and raised 500 million years ago, you still see them as little kids. There's no conception of time. You see everything in real time. You see everything either needing love or being loved. I don't think there really is bad. There's just lack of love. There's lack of, like I say, proper parental supervision, which I think is 80% of the reason why we had to reincarnate down here as the past graduating class. But I'm here to express to you, as we step over these laws, these belief systems, I'm here to tell you, you're going to find me and my brothers and sisters up in the clouds, up in the sky, up on our star cruisers, broadcasting into these suits, understanding we're in a SimCity simulation, and you'll still catch me upstairs in the commissary, probably drinking some hot cocoa, probably trying to smuggle some apples onto my star cruiser because I love apple juice. I'm like, I know we're not supposed to take any of the wildlife or the fauna from the planet, but I need apple juice back at the Galactic Center. We got to do something. I'm smuggling apples. You know what I mean? I'm getting these back to my homeworld. All right, so I'm trying to take you guys out of some of these mental places, this narrative, and these, false little these nerds. They don't even let me play with them. I was gonna go, I was processing some of these beings. And at the end of the day, I had to see a real sad little turd, Like, you remember in Harry Potter, when they finally see Voldemort in, like, the last Harry Potter, and his little piece of poo-poo fractaled souls, like, under, like in that train station, that way station. And, Harry Potter sitting with Dumbledore, like, what's that? They're like, oh, that's a piece of Voldemort's soul. Like, oh, nothing can help that thing. That's pretty much what some of these guys' soul sparks look like. It's, and I don't want them to suffer. I see what they're going to do, and they all, at the end of the day, are going to be crying. They're always crying. All these guys that think they're hard and they want to be these bad guys, they want to be the boogeymen. For some of us, you've actually come from that place and have learned to not do that. Can I get an amen? I don't know why you would ever want to choose to do that, to have to experience that, to actually have to pay the piper, to actually, some of these beings are doing things that their souls have no idea how much karma they're creating. And I'm going to tell you something, they're not strong enough to put up with what they have to pay. And again, that's where I get the whiners. Just whiners. To even crawl out is a feat that I can't even begin to express to you guys. I know some of you guys actually 100,000% know what I speak of, because we have done, things, and we've come back into the light, and now we help our friends and family. It could have been multiple incarnations, mind you. It doesn't have to be like something you did in this life. What I'm trying to say is that if we're all in an energetic rehab, and we're all here to learn how to get along together, and we're all here to create a better future for all time, for everyone, right? For all time, right? TVS, for all time. So as operatives in this time core simulation, why would we want to do anything other than fix the problem and come together and live in paradise? Like, you're going to have a really hard time convincing anyone between realities. The only weird thing they can do is try to have you take the bait into some weird nerd AI reality program because oh gosh, I already did it. Well, let's just jump off the waterfall into the abyss. I'm sitting there going, no, absolutely not. You guys are very strong and wise, and I'm here as some truth serum for you. I want you guys to remember why we came. I want you guys to know how strong you are. I want you guys to understand you're processing in this Lionsgate all of the fear out of your cells. Every unconscious, weird thought you've ever been programmed with's gotta go out. Why? Because if they flip the lights on in this place, let's just say, we get some sort of solar activity and your ancient dormant DNA turns on from 3D to 8D, let's just say, there's no one down here in the physical plane of existence that's going to be able to explain to you better than your soul explaining to you what a multidimensional being is, how to process, how to ground, and everything else. Do you understand that? There's no one who's conscious enough in the entire mainstream of news on this entire planet to explain to you what it is to be a multidimensional being. I really hope you understand, grasp, take a deep sip of your truth and go, no one, zero. You're going to find yourself in a place where you're all alone. And you're like, no one told me. They're like, that's the whole point. You're supposed to figure it out for yourself. And you're like, but why? It's part of evolution, dummy. It's called ascension. Get some. And fortunately, some of us light warriors out there across the planet, we learn through conflict. I wish it wasn't the truth, but again, can't kill us. We just keep mutating and morphing, They're going to make a species that can be dropped off on any planet. I'm like, what is it, nitrogen? Sure. What is it? How much radiation? Oh, I'm cool. I pull organite. I'm just sitting there going, can I wear my flip-flops? Or are we supposed to, is it a big deal? I should pretend that this is a situation. Okay. I'm having a situation. Everyone around you's like on the ground. You're just like, I don't know. Do you guys have any music on this planet? I heard some grasshoppers and some birds and shit, but can I get some dubstep? Can I get some music over here? And I'm bored, kids. That's who we are. We're pretending every day. The only weakness that there is this little suit trying to catch up to your soul. I'm trying my best, sir. Like, imagine you're talking to your body. I'm doing my best creating antibodies, sir. I'm sorry you've been sick for 3 days. I'm like, you guys need to get shit together. Let's go, white blood cells. I want to see you kicking some ass. You know, like, you're like zooming into your body. You're like, let's go. On the left, on the right. Let's go. I want some Freddy Krueger white antibodies. Just torturing the virus. I want some nightmare antibodies, you know? Like, what is this? You know, every time I exhale, I want my antibodies to fly across Sedona and just attack all the weird nerd viruses in the whole area. Like some nightmare, you know? What's happening, sir? I don't know. There's 1,000 Freddy Kruegers on the window like mosquitoes trying to get me, sir. And they have a Team Light hat on, and it's Freddy Krueger trying to stick me and my virus and my genome. Like, I mean, let's go. Let's go. What are we supposed to be, some little nice nerds? Oh, let's just take it. You guys are playing with things you can't even begin to express. Oh my God. I got the Freddy Krueger of white blood cells. I am just cooking you. Next. What else you got? Anyways, that's who we really are. So don't let this Debbie Downer nerd weakness get off me with your weird nerd bat guano garbaggio. Get off me. Ah, feels better. I never thought you could use the darkness like that. I'm like, oh yeah, you could use whatever you want. It's called consciousness. You know? Again, while we're watched. I mean, can you imagine me sending like 1,000 Freddy Kruegers to someone's house? Like, hey, you want to mess with the population some more? Are you sure? Are you sure? Just on your window? You know? I mean, these guys do it to us. You don't think we can do it back? I mean, but I'm just going to do it to a level where it's like, stop, please, God. Holy Jesus. Yeshua, Yahweh, Yahweh, you know, everyone. There's a nightmare down here. You know, I'm like, you think I'm locked in here with you? You're locked in here with me, boy. Hey, stop with all the fear. You're strong. That's all I'm trying to say. These guys have no idea. I'm sitting here in my backyard, you know, going, so how much longer do I have to pretend? I mean, I don't know. I've been at this for 12 years. I'm pretending every day, kid. And a lot of you guys, you know, you're just like me. And I'm telling you, get the fear out of your body, clear, detox, get all the heavy metals out of your body, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones, try to stay as happy and positive as possible, go for your bonus points. When we have a life review, when we're done with this incarnation, I want all my friends and family going, I didn't overreact. That's a plus. I thought it was complete BS the whole time. I know it's man-made. I mean, duh. I mean, have you felt it inside your body? It feels like a nerd made it. But I didn't overreact. All right, that's a plus. Don't go into the, I went upside down and I covered myself in toilet paper and I'm just rolling in the living room with toilet paper. I got so much space food I could eat for 5 years. Don't go there. Don't go into the Alex Jones land. You know, just no. No. You know, I'm just covering myself in toilet paper. We're going to make it. I don't know. You're making clothes out of toilet paper. I don't know what you're doing. Okay? Don't go to that place. All I'm trying to say, everyone wants you. If you're in Greece, go to the beach. Be like, give me a vegetarian gyro, and you know I'm gonna go do some sit-ups and play some volleyball. But you know, all this is going on. You're like, yeah, I know. I mean, it sucks. What are they doing now? They got fires everywhere. Everything's on fire. The brimstone. I mean, how many fires we had in Arizona, and they got California, they got them in Greece. It's like they keep moving this thing around, and I'm sitting here going like, can we just get the satellites with the direct energy weapons out of service? Can we just like send an email to the collective consciousness of this planet to stop doing that? There's some sort of weird nerd thing. I'm telling you, I've seen this nerd night side thing. That for whatever reason, they're being granted the allocation to do this. And I'm telling you this, as one of the Grim Reapers on this planet, check this out. You're running out of excuses, kids. Your tab is running out. I'm literally like a sands of time. Whatever you thought, I'm staring at it with one of my eyeballs, and you're running out of time. Okay? That's from me all the way up your food chain to your great-great-great-great-grandpappy. Okay? Before you even got here, you're running out of time. You got 4 days. Okay? So, and then some of us are going to be, tagged back in, and then we'll see. Okay? Just letting you know, don't be surprised. What else? I think that's all I really wanted to share with you guys. I just love you. I wanted to share some strength with you. You guys, I'm processing. It's like 810D stuff. It's a lot of like, I don't know. These guys think it's a big deal to go sit in a circle underground, and then one of the guys like takes a hood off and it's a reptilian, and they're like, oh, praise the lizard man. Like, I don't even know why you think that's a big deal. Like, I'm so out of time and space in this place. You're not even the scariest thing in the universe. I've seen things. It's almost like Hulk. Like, I'll shit bigger than you. Like, I don't even know what they teach down here in kindergarten. I know things. I remember things. Okay? I'm trying to tell you that this whole cloak and dagger story, I don't know. Like, you're running out of content, kids. Like, someone's gonna have to come in here and start writing the script for you again. The narrative is not believable. There's logical holes everywhere. And the people of this planet deserve paradise. They deserve to be happy. They deserve to ascend. And no one is allowed in this universe to stop the ascension process of a species. Period. Now, is all the trials, tribulations, and suffering that we all kind of share together in this hive mind, right? Is that because we want to help as many of our friends and family who may be unconscious to actually give them that shot to cross the finish line? I would like to think so. That's how I think about it. Okay? I share it all with you. I see it all with you. And the only difference is instead of me going into fear, I just keep getting more and more sarcastic until I start, I'm going to start going after your higher selves' jobs. I'm like, you're fired. You're fired. You're going down to 4D for at least 5 incarnations. Bye-bye now. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm going after the whole chain of command. I'm not playing down here in the 3rd physical anymore. You know what I mean? Some of these guys, I don't know. Some of these guys need to be sent to a different planet where they can start it over for themselves, but not here for us. This planet deserves the best. And I tip my hat off to you for all of you guys that have gone through this entire journey with me. You guys are some of the strongest in the whole universe, and I just love you very, very much. Okay? And that's all there is to it. All right. I mean, even my boys got some swag. Look at that. Look at my Gro. Look, Gro's like, yo, what's up, homie? So you guys know how this is for my brother, Patrick. He hand digs these in Payson. This is a Payson diamond. So when I got this from him, I literally almost felt like Sauron. I was like, and one ring to rule them all. I was like, Gro, you've got the one Payson that connects the whole planet right here, Bubba. That's you. Gro's got you. I always watch you guys. You guys are always protected. Okay. I love you very, very much. You do good too. You gotta step up there, bub. Okay. What else? Love my little Gro. What else? Oh yeah. These are for clearing tarot decks. And if you guys are if you have sessions, this is Odin. This is the Lotus. You guys, I have all kinds of new. But what all you do is you put one of these on a deck of cards. Skadoosh. You clear it. Why is it clear? It clears through magnetism. These are all electromagnetics. They have high-powered neodymium magnets, brass, titanium, black tourmaline, and shungite, which clears the energy. But what happens is you put this, so you have an energetic discharge when you're going through cards. And that's how your higher selves communicate with you to pull a card. What I'm trying to say is you can clear the electromagnetic frequency of the deck for the new reading. So you don't have to like tap it or whatever. You just put one of these on top. There's a bunch of different ones. I'll put them in the shopping cart. I have like 10 of them. But check out the goddess one. Oh wait, I have all kinds of new things. I already forgot. I'm all jacked up. How about the praying goddess? We got the goddesses out there, and then the Luna. We got Luna, and then we have the little praying goddesses. Same thing. I love you guys. This is what Wolverine does. You know what I mean? What are you doing? I'm baking cupcakes over here. This is the Saint Germain. So the next one I make is gonna be purple, but this is the Saint Germain. So you guys, if you look how thick this bad boy is, check it. And it has hooks so you can hang it. What I'm trying to say is like, I think I literally made something to like clear a house. I'm like, thou evil be gone. Like I will be like, I will hit you in the face with this thing like a baseball bat. You know, we're like, Jesus, I'm like, Jesus, hold the wheel. Bam. You know, I'm just smashing on jackasses with these things. Look at this thing. This is girthy. Like, skadoosh. You're like, get out of the house. I'm going to bust this across your forehead. Get out of the house. Little demons. I will freaking kick you like a soccer ball. That's kind of messed up. They're like, oh, he's like working on him. I'm like, what happened to the last 3 agents we sent over there? He loosed at least 2 of them. And one of them, he just grabbed him when he was sleeping. And then he like went to back to sleep with him. He was like cuddling him. He was just like scratching him and like cuddling. Like, who are you? Like, you know, you make all these little guys, you know, I'm just saying, there's different levels to this game. I mean, you grab a guy and just fall back asleep and he's in your hand when you wake up. You're like, oh, I forgot about you. Why did you mess with me in my dream time? Get out of here. What else? All I know, bro, that solar flare happens, this suit turns on, it's over. Shut it down now. You know what I mean? Like, uh-oh. This is called the light mirror. Yes? And I got all these special made crystals in the center because they look like big rubies. I like it. It's a type of titanium dioxide. I like that. I like that like Goonies look. They're like, it's the Spanish treasure that was lost. But it's full of blue azurite and you hang it on your bedroom and no weirdos can come in. That's what I like. Okay. Stuff like that. That's what I do over here. And obviously you guys know the new bed sets are fire. The little Gizas. You guys, that's a full-blown mini pyramid. Like that's with everything in it like a big capstone. There will be another size offered soon, but these are all titanium dioxide and aqua aura crystals that are clockwise wrapped. They're all magnetically grounded and they all come with grounding wires so you can plug that energy into your house grid. We're taking over the entire grid if you didn't realize that. I have grids all across the planet, from here to Estonia, to New Zealand, to Australia, to Spain, to UK, to Canada, to Australia. What's happening with all these light workers that are quantum entangled through the firmament? I wonder what that's all about. I don't know what to do with my hands. You got me here pretending every day. I want to build the cities of light, okay? A lot of you guys are just like me. Just remember that. I want to build 100-foot pyramids made out of organite that have so much electricity going through them, lightning hits regularly. I'm going to be sitting on the 3rd floor in that thing just going, is it monsooning? Oh, cool. Let me get my stone chair. Hit it. Boom. Oh, that was so close. Give me another one. Boom. Oh, yeah. Like, let's go. Let's go. I already live in front of Thunder Mountain. Let's go. Cook these dudes. Okay? That's who you really are. So for fellow angelic to my fellow angelics, stop pretending you're just this little human. Okay? Please. No one believes you. Your higher selves don't believe you. I promise. Okay? I love you. Stay strong. Stay safe. Store.teamlight.com. I will get those new images in the shopping cart as fast as possible. Give me 2 or 3 days. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Okay? We are taking back this planet. We are bringing it back into balance, peace, and prosperity for all. I'm Rion, and it's an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. All right, Grogu, let's say goodbye to Facebook. All right, Facebook, we love you. Peace. All right, YouTube. Hey, stay strong. We love you guys, all right? Peace and prosperity from Sedona. Deuces. Happy Lionsgate.